Hello kindergarten and welcome back to our castle project. We are in week number 2 for October, and last time I saw you, we learned how to make the front part of the castle and the back part, and we made our tower, and I taught you how to make the battlements on top. So today, we're gonna work on the next part. So I have another piece of paper, and I have some scissors, and I have a marker, and I'm also going to use a little bit of glue, which I put away. I have to get it back out, because now I want to make the drawbridge onto the castle. So to do that, I'm going to draw the shape of a drawbridge, which looks like a letter U, right? And I'm going to cut it out very neatly, and sometimes what I like to do is just kind of karate chop it off, and then take my scissors and very carefully go around and cut it out. Now, do you remember when we glued the castle to the paper, we made that little glue tabby thing? So go ahead and on your castle drawbridge, bend up the bottom a little bit like I did. See how I did that? And I'm going to bend it in both directions. Flip-flop that for a minute. Because now, when I take my glue, and I put just the tiniest bit of glue on that little foot, I can glue it to the bottom where that other line is. Oops. Put it in the middle. And now, my drawbridge, once this dries, it's wet, so I don't want to do it now, but look, now the drawbridge can move up and down. And now, on the top of my tower here, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to just snip it all the way around. Okay? And I like these kind of close together. This sort of looks like the first part over here, right? So I'm just clipping and snipping. Okay? And now what I like to do on my castle here is I like to keep one, bend one, keep one, bend one, like we did here. But this time, I'm not going to cut these off, because I think this adds a lot of detail. Detail are the small things on your project that make it look really cool and important, okay? So look at that. That just created a really cool top to the tower. Now, if you want, you can cut those off, but I'm gonna leave them. I like it like that, okay? So I have my drawbridge, the top of my tower created, all right? And if I wanted, I can put another tower here, but I'm gonna stop there. All right, because I am going to now take my marker, and I have to draw the moat. The moat is the water that's around the castle to protect the people inside, okay? So to make a moat, and if you want, use a pencil. You don't have to use a marker. I'm gonna draw a circle around my project. Nice, like that. And then you put another thin line around that one. Just pay attention to what you're doing. And now do you see the moat going around the castle? Pretty cool, right? Now, on the front of the castle, I'm going to draw my castle windows. Okay, and there's an upper row of windows here. Okay, so there are some more windows on my castle. And on my tower here, I'm gonna make some tall, skinny windows and color those in black. So there's one. There's two. Now, boys and girls, This castle is three-dimensional, which means if you turn it around, you also see the back, okay? So don't forget to add some details to the back of the castle as well, okay? So mine is just gonna have windows like this, and I think I'll put some skinny windows there, okay? So do you see how I took some time and I drew the windows onto the castle? Now, most drawbridges are made out of wood, so I'm gonna put some lines like this to make it look like the wooden door, and I think I'll draw the big metal piece that kind of goes across the door like that. Now, I'm gonna take my marker and I'm gonna trace the shape of the door, because when this bends down, do you see how it now makes it look like the opening to the castle right inside? So I'm gonna draw the back of the door. See how I did that? So now the door has a front and the back. And now, right over that water, I'm gonna draw the stone pathway that crosses the moat and lets me get to the tower door. So I'm gonna draw the shape of stones. Maybe yours looks like wood, but I'm just putting flat pavers on mine. Do you see? Okay. And maybe over here, I'm gonna draw a shape like that, because that's gonna be the Queen's Rose Garden. So I'm gonna draw the shape of little bushes over here. You see that? And maybe over here I can draw, maybe that's another piece of land or something over there. Okay? So do you see how now I started to bring my castle to life? And now, for today, I'm gonna color in the grass and the moat and my pathway to get to the castle. So okay, so boys and girls, now you can see how part 2 is going to look. And the door is on and mine dried, and you can see how great it's coming out. I worked on the land and I put the windows on, okay? So try that for this week, and next week tune into part 3 and we will do the next part of the castle. So I can't wait to see these. You do not have to put it into Seesaw yet, you can wait. But of course, if you want to show me your progress, I'd love to take a look. But you don't have to put it in until it's all finished, okay? All right, so get working, get creating, and I will see you next week. Bye.